Hello everyone, this is Varshini and I am studying BA in Sindhi College. Today I am going to be talking about why young people don't like politics and why that is dangerous. Okay, let's be honest. When someone says, let's talk politics, most of us instantly think, no thanks, I'd rather binge watch something and eat some Maggie. But what if I told you that ignoring politics is like ignoring someone else that is deciding your future for you? Now, let's talk about why young people avoid politics and why that might be a little dangerous. Why do we avoid politics? Politics feels like that subject that no one wants to touch because it looks like a giant, messy drama, which includes people fighting on news channels. Every politician somehow sounds like they're all lying, and nothing ever seems to really change. Plus, we're busy colleges, jobs, side hustles, exams, trying to have an identity crisis every Tuesday. Politics just doesn't feel urgent to any of us. And yeah, there is this feeling that no one actually listens to us. Our issues like mental health, student debt, LGBTQ rights, job struggles, all these crises barely make it into the political speeches. We have people talking about how we need to hack social media accounts and bank accounts, have a track of all these records, but nobody talks about the real issues in the market, real issues that is actually happening in the day to day lives. But here's the truth, politics is about us. Even if you don't care about politics, it definitely does care about you. Like, for example, who decided your college fees? Politicians who are increasing these fuel prices so high. Policy decisions, don't you think so? Why is it so hard to find a job even after having a degree? Government schemes, oh god. And these women's safety, internet laws, taxes, even your freedom to post memes these days. These are all affected by political decisions. So while we scroll past it, it shapes our daily lives. Well, silently, but it does. It does. Every day, constantly, it does shape our daily lives. Now, why is this dangerous? Well, when young people like us, like both you and me, don't participate, don't elect our representatives ourselves, when someone else is deciding for us what is going to happen, which is usually the older people, these people usually have different priorities. Okay, and here's what happens: politicians stop caring about youth. They focus on voters who actually show up, that is the older generations. Policies are made without our input. So when I say these policies are made without our input, imagine having people only focusing on the group of people who are going and electing them. Say you and me are not going and electing our representatives, and they know that, okay, I really have to do anything for you. When somebody else is coming and doing that for me without me having to put in a lot of efforts, I might as well go do something which actually benefits them rather than going around behind these youth who might not actually vote for me in the end. And these policies that come up with are actually made without having your input at all, without concern, without it being concerned to you. It is totally related to what the older generation wants, or the people who are actually casting them the votes. And well, you and me, we stay stuck wondering why nothing ever gets better. No matter what, no matter how much we go talk about it, nothing ever seems to get better. It's like skipping this one group project and then being mad when your name is not on the final presentation list. Now, what happens when young people do show up to cast their votes, to elect their representatives? Well, I guess I will give you a few cool examples to make you understand this better. In India's 2019 elections, young turnout was higher than before. And suddenly, job creation, education, these have all become hot topics. Greta Thunberg was 15 when she started striking for climate change. Now, the world leaders quote her. Another one. Remember the farmers' protests or Black Lives Matter? Social media activism. This has all happened because the young people made them the global conversations. Because young people like you and me have taken the initiative to bring them up and make sure that it goes into such high level of effectivity. We are powerful. Even the memes that we make, they shape opinions, but only if you and me choose to engage. But the sad truth here is people don't want to engage anymore. um, we are just so stuck in our comfort zone. We are so okay with how things are going. We are actually happy that things are not even worse right now. We are happy that okay, things are going on. I think I should just let it be. I think I should just not do anything that would make it even worse. But oh god, only if we knew how wrong that was. How wrong could we have actually been to not be able to go select our own representatives, to elect who it is that is uh, going to be having our future, who is going to take care of us tomorrow. Now, what can we actually do? What is it that you and me can do? You don't have to be a pol science nerd. You don't have to go stand on the stage and go debate. You don't have to be a part of Inman and go talk about your global crisis. No, you just have to follow unbiased news accounts. Talk about politics with your friends without fighting. Have knowledge, gain knowledge about how the world is working. Get the knowledge from different perspectives. Each person has a new perspective to tell. Everybody has something to say, and every opinion that they have to say has their own perspective. This is something that I strongly believe in. And talking to people gives you an idea of every perspective that people have. Learn how voting works. I think this is a skill that everybody needs to have. You need to know how voting works, how you're voting, how are your representatives being elected, how the voting system works. And well, seriously, just go vote. Go vote. Whether you like politics, whether you don't like politics, that is secondary. Go vote. Speak, talk to people, understand what it is that you actually need to do to be able to, um, well, figure out who is the best for you, and you need to go vote. So the future of us does not fall into the wrong hands. Even if you feel like your one vote does not count, millions of people are feeling that way. Don't you think so? That is the real problem. When you say that my one vote does not matter, I'm sure those million people who are also feeling that are actually missing out on voting. And these million votes could actually change things for better for each one of us. Um, I'd like to end this with a quote. This is a quote to think about. The most common way people give up their power is by thinking that they don't have any. And this quote was by Alice Walker. You are not too young. You are not too late. And you are definitely not powerless. So don't sleep on politics. It's already wide awake and shaping your future. So go vote. So I have a challenge for you all. The next time there is a political discussion, don't scroll past it. Don't just ignore. I'd say stay, listen, think, and maybe even speak. Because if we show up online, in conversations, face to face, at voting booths, we stop being silent spectators and we actually become real world change makers. Now, thank you for watching so far. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe.